What's going on, everybody? Marvin here. Welcome back to another video. So sometimes I come across questions on the comment section. They're smaller little things that I would like to tell you guys, but they're too small for me to make a video on, so that's why I decided to make this video, putting together 3 different tips that I think you guys need to know when you're doing Amazon wholesale. Since they're smaller questions, then I can put a few more together in one video. So 3 simple tips you need to know when doing Amazon wholesale. That's what we're gonna be talking about in this video. So before we get into the video, I actually have this kind of project thing that I want to tell you guys and see if you would be interested in. So my brother wants to get into the Amazon wholesale game, and I'm going to teach him the ropes, and I thought it would be cool for you guys if I teach him everything that I preach here, which is what I do and what I've done, and see how fast we can scale his wholesale business to a 6-figure store, which would be just under 10K in sales, but our goal would be 10K in sales a month to get to that 120 in sales. See how fast we can do it, and I would want him to do a personal email, no company website, just the Seller Central website, and then show you guys like emails that he will send and different things within the store, and just kind of keep you guys updated on all the things that I teach him if he can go and build a 6-figure store. So if you guys would be interested in something like that, then just leave a comment down below and let me know you would be interested, and then I can do a small series taking him from 0 to 10K in sales a month, just doing everything that I tell you guys here, and then see how long that would take. So again, if you would be interested in that, then just leave a comment down below, and that is something that I will be working on for 2019. All right, so let's get into it. So 3 simple tips that you need to know when doing Amazon wholesale. And the first one is how to ship directly to Amazon. This is a very common question because if you come from the arbitrage space, then you prep them yourself or you send them to a prepper, but this is very, very simple. So suppliers come in all shapes and sizes, and some are willing to do this and some are not willing to do this. So all you have to do is ask them if they will be able to ship to an Amazon fulfillment center or an Amazon warehouse, if that is something that they will be willing to do. If they say yes, then all you're going to need to get is the shipping weight and dimensions of each individual box or pallet. Then you're going to go into your Seller Central account, into your shipping plan, and enter those weights and dimensions. It will give you a shipping label. You download that shipping label and you send that to your supplier. Then they will slap it on there and they will ship it directly to the fulfillment center. Like I said, suppliers come in all shapes and sizes, so some are willing to do this and some are not willing to do this. Also, some suppliers will charge you a fee to do this. They see it as extra work. That's an extra step for them away from their normal process, so they'll charge you a fee for it. It's not super common, but there are suppliers that will charge you a fee for that. Okay, so the second tip is a very common one. How do you get ungated with the invoices that your suppliers send you? This is a very common question with new sellers. You know, how am I supposed to get ungated if I haven't purchased the products? And why would I purchase the products if I'm not ungated yet? So there's a few different ways you can do this, and I'm gonna go over 3. The first one would be ask your supplier if they will give you a finalized invoice of the products you're thinking about buying already. Now, don't be shady about this. Don't tell them, hey, I'm gonna buy these after I get approved, and then not buy them, okay? That's gonna damage your relationship with your supplier. But if you have a good relationship with your supplier, say, hey, I wanna buy this, but I'm gated in it. Can you give me a finalized invoice, a mock finalized invoice showing that I paid, and that way I can submit it and get ungated beforehand? If they're willing to do that for you, then that's great. You know, you do that right away, no risk. And when they approve it, you go and buy all of the inventory you were going to buy anyway. So that's one way. The second way is you buy a test order, a small test order of 10 to 15 products. You only need to get 10. I usually like to buy just a few products more than is required, just to cover my bases. It's not going to make a difference. If you want to buy just 10, just buy 10. And then buy that small test order and send it to yourself. Once you get that invoice, then you submit it to Amazon. After they approve you, go back and buy more of that product that you were gonna get, or more of that brand that now you're gonna get ungated in. Okay, so that's the second way. And then the third way to do this is you buy a small test order again, and you have your supplier hold on to the inventory until you get approved, and then you can buy more of that unit to send it all together. I have a pretty good relationship with all my suppliers, so I can usually get a finalized invoice beforehand. Some suppliers don't want to do that. I have a supplier that doesn't like doing that, so I'll buy a small test order, have them hold on to it until I get approved, as long as it doesn't take a long time for me to get approved. Usually in my experience, it doesn't take very long to get ungated. I think it would differ, you know, if you're trying to get ungated in Q4 as opposed to trying to get ungated in Q2. It all depends on what time you're doing it, what time you're trying to get ungated, how busy Amazon is. If they're holding onto your inventory and it's taking you 2 weeks to get everything done, then you might want to consider them just sending it to you. Then this third tip is going to be suppliers you want to avoid, and that's going to be liquidation suppliers, Alibaba and dhgate. Alibaba mainly because they're more of a private label manufacturer type website that they're gonna manufacture your products and send them over to the Amazon fulfillment center. We're not doing private label, we're doing wholesale specifically. Liquidation, you don't wanna run the risk of running into returned items, damaged items, lower quality items. So that's why you stay away from liquidation. And then dhgate. Now I'm not gonna say this about all the dhgate suppliers, but dhgate has been known to sell counterfeit electronics, counterfeit products. You don't wanna risk your account to make a few dollars here and there, okay? Just stay away from them completely if you're doing wholesale. Now, if you're trying to get in liquidation, you're doing something like eBay, and to each their own, whatever you wanna do. But as far as Amazon wholesale or wholesale on Amazon, we wanna work with authorized distributors or smaller, well-selling brands that we partner with directly. But mainly it's the authorized distributors that we're gonna be buying from. No returns, nothing like that. No damaged goods, nothing. Okay, it's all brand new. That's what we're dealing with here. All right, guys, so that's 3 simple tips you need to know when doing Amazon wholesale. I hope this helped you guys out. If you have any more questions, just leave them down in the comments below and I will answer those. I'll probably make another video like this if I get a certain amount of questions. If they're questions that are quicker to answer, then I'll just throw them all in one video, okay, like this. All right, guys, that's the end of the video. I really appreciate you guys watching. And if you haven't done so already, like and subscribe, and I will see all of you in that next video.